90% of what we're stressing today won't be relevant in a year. Breathe easy. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thank you for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? We're holding on the other side of 7,000. We're holding on the other side of 7,100. We touched 7.5 last night. I don't know if you guys had hit the notification button or caught that I was out. Me and Samantha, we got out here last night. We were saying, hey, why the heck not, right? So, now that it's been, almost full 24 hours, been around the world, Bitcoin price is still holding. All right, big plus. So, as always, we're looking down the road, we're looking to the future, we're trying to figure out what's happening, why, right? You want to know why the Bitcoin pump happened, why are we still holding at this price instead of it just being a quick, retracement, because that'll let you know if the price is going to go up any further, or if we're going to have some sort of 30 or 40% pullback, right? There's a short squeeze going on out there. Well, only time tells with these things. Best thing I can tell you is go ahead, hold your Bitcoin, and go long. All right, I got my co-host Samantha over here today.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, talking over each other once again.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Enjoying your Mother's Day?
Yeah, I haven't done anything, so yeah.
Well, isn't that kind of the point on Mother's Day, is that you're not supposed to be out doing all that much?
I don't know. I'm not a big holiday kind of person, but it is nice. It is a nice day.
Well, I hope you guys are all enjoying your Mother's Day. You know, me, family, it's everything, right? And without your mother, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have a family. You wouldn't be part of the lineage. So take a little time, appreciate her. Bitcoin's not everything. The price will still be here. Maybe it'll be a little less. Maybe it'll be a little bit more. So, Samantha, would you mind pulling up Coin Paprika? We'll go ahead. We'll take a look at this green. We'll see how big these double digits are. And then we got a little bit of news. Of course, one of the main reasons we're here is to go ahead and talk to you guys. So please comment in the chat. Let Samantha know that you're here. Let us know what you got going on in the cryptocurrency space. We'd love to answer some questions.
I like to talk.
All right. Let me see. What do we have over here? Look at that BTC dominant. 59%.
Oh, nice.
That is even up on last night. Oh, Bitcoin price is down a little bit. Let me try to refresh this. Let's see if we can get it to come up. Oh, no, it's dropping.
No.
Coming down to $7,000. Looks like we're retracing a bit. Up only 3% at the moment. Holding on to 20% gains right now over the last 7 days. Look at the market cap. $210 billion, up 1.2%. Ethereum, $185. That's down 2.3% right now in the 24 hours. Up 13% in the overall week. XRP, hitting 30.9 cents. Down 4.6%. Holding on a 2% gain. Bitcoin Cash. Wow. $347, up 8.6%, holding on to 18.9% for the week. Almost as good as Bitcoin.
Crazy.
Oh, there was a big blocker in the chat the other day.
Yeah.
We got Litecoin. Look at that, $86.05, barely sliding backwards, only down 0.83, looking at a 12.77% gain. Having trouble there taking over Bitcoin Cash. We were looking at that yesterday. We had our fingers crossed on that one. We got EOS sliding backwards from the 550 from last night's show, coming in at $5.35. That's up 0.49, holding on to a 9.27% gain for the week. BNB token still at $20.73.
There's cardinals drinking from my teacup. Bird drinky things.
I know, Samantha. You're always taken in by nature.
I'm very distracted by animals. I'm sorry, everyone.
All right. As we do every single episode, a little bit more right this weekend because we're about to order our flyers to get off to the Sunset Music Festival. Tomorrow. We got 13 days left on the tally fund, but tomorrow we're ordering probably before our evening episode. So this is actually the last opportunity to help increase the number of flyers we're able to purchase from Vistaprint to be able to get out there and pass them out at the event. I have 100 or so of the old flyers. If we're not capable of getting a lot of the new flyers, we will go ahead and mix in some of the old flyers so that we can at least do the couple hundred that we usually try to do at these events.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. Yes, we do have enough that we can work it out either way, but yes. You want to throw in on some flyers to get more of them, this is pretty much the last day.
I think my skills are getting a little better. And I got to thank you guys. You guys were actually the ones here that pushed me to continue developing my computer skills. You know, I went to school for computers. I dabble around here and there. But before the YouTube channel, you know, I didn't do video editing. I didn't do photo editing. And now I have to. Now I do. Now it's part of all of this Bitcoin and coffee stuff. And because of it, I've been, you know, working with GIMP and trying to develop my skills. And you know, I've made a flyer. I've made a couple flyers, and I think I'm getting a little better at it. I really like this flyer. I think it looks pretty good. I like the simplicity of the one QR code. I like the hashtag and the font that I found there to be able to find us, to be able to continue to get that help, because we do offer that free help desk service at eugeneforest20@gmail.com. Or if you just come over and follow me on Twitter, I'll go ahead and I'll answer questions via the tweets.
I mean, I like that even the wording and how they're like, because the first time around we didn't want to put any words, but then it was like, no, I guess we can't just leave it so open-ended, but it is still even simplistic, because I hate when you get stuff where it's like, oh my Lord, where do I start looking? Because everything is everywhere on this. So, I mean, I don't know. I do like it. I like it.
I mean, I do have to say thank you very much for everybody who has donated through all of the various forms of donations, because it all comes off. We don't keep any of the money that comes in through the channel. And I mean, Paul Rouleau is our #1 donator. He usually is for these events.
Benjamin has thrown down quite a lot in between Lightnings and Natalie. I mean, there a lot of you have done a lot, and it is awesome.
I mean, originally USD, we started off at $900.
Yeah. So, and via the super chats and the things and everything else, I mean, we're looking at 585 and we have 140 of it.
I mean, that's fantastic.
Yes.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's stop this screen share.
We have so much to be grateful for.
Let's pull out the backyard. Let's pop out the chat. Let me grab this cup of coffee. Show you guys my adoring mug, right? Sunday fun day. So what do you guys think about these Bitcoin orange cups? You know, I happened to find 3 of them at a yard sale, and I couldn't pass them up just because of the color. Like, that's all I could think when I seen them, and I was like, this is exactly what I need on my show, is Bitcoin orange.
I like them. I mean, I also like that they're chunky. They're not like, I don't know, you know, have words or funkiness on them. I hate when they have like ugly doodles but a nice coffee mug shape. Okay, so Kane is here. He says he'll be waiting. We're on now, so yeah, you're not waiting. Truth Monster is here.
Truth Monster, thank you for joining us, my friend.
TD is here. He says, good morning, happy Mother's Day. He gave us a 1999 super chat.
Oh, thank you, buddy. We really appreciate that. That'll end up going towards the next fun, though. The super chats.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yes, it will, but
it'll be the Electric Daisy Carnival going towards that fund. But we do appreciate it. Every single bit counts here at Bitcoin and Coffee towards continuing our efforts here to spread awareness, right? And as I talk about it, that's what, you know, one of the main things about the channel. We just got to get together and talk about Bitcoin. The more we get together and talk about Bitcoin, the more we're spreading awareness, because then everybody wants to know why we're talking about Bitcoin. What are we doing? Then they're coming over here, they're listening to us. And I mean, I can't say it enough, but the Sherman guy, right? He's saying what we're saying. So we're all in agreement on what cryptocurrency is doing. It's just a matter of which side of the fence are you on.
I mean, yes. It's just like everything else. But there's one person, you know, saying, you know, change the world, and when there's 100 in a group, you know, more people are more inclined. I mean, how do you think the flash mob crap happened? Because if somebody just did that crap by themselves in a giant, you know, public area, no, that doesn't work. You get 40 of your freaking friends and like social media people, and everybody's doing the wave. It's absolutely
I've never been in a flash mob.
Oh, hell no, I haven't not either. No.
I think I'd be in a flash mob. That'd be kind of cool. Just to, like bust out dancing or something on a subway or in the middle of a Walmart.
I just don't. I mean,
the food court in a mall.
Oh God. See, all of those things are just not. No.
Everyone pull out air horns. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we got going on in the cryptocurrency space today? What do we have for some news? Maybe incite some conversation. Of course, please pile up in the chat. Let us know what you got going on, what your thoughts are. We got HTC, right? We have the Exodus phone. We've already seen this. It wasn't quite what we were super expecting it to be, right? It cost quite a bit of money.
It did.
Well, we're looking at they're improving on it. And they went and they've looks like they've done some research. Looks like they went ahead and finally, understand Bitcoin, because these new phones are going to have full nodes. A Bitcoin blockchain right on your phone. The whole thing.
Well, I mean, just like the Samsungness, I mean, that everybody got pissed. I mean, or the Galaxy, yeah. Galaxy
is that the one? I don't know. I always get confused because I always have a cheap $100 phone. I never pay attention.
I mean,
that's the one that had all the Ethereum on it and not the Bitcoin.
Yep, and wasn't actually even all of what it was. It wasn't.
Sorry for my error there. That's the one I was thinking of. But I mean, so what we're seeing here is that they're going to have full Bitcoin nodes, and it's going to be a low-cost valued phone. I mean, they're saying that only $250 to $300.
Oh, that's a lot less.
And we may see them here soon by the end of Q3. So they could actually be in time for the big bull run, which, leads into the next story a little bit, but we'll continue with this one about, the masses, retail, the average everyday Joe getting into Bitcoin. All right, then they go on to talk about how the Bitcoin blockchain is only 200 gigabytes right now, adding about 60 gigabytes per year. And that a smartphone nowadays is completely capable of handling that, especially how the prices of storage and chips and everything else are getting smaller and coming down. There's no reason you can't have a phone that is capable of doing this. And they realize that without owning your private keys and running your own full nodes, you're not really super in charge, right? Because once you have both of these two things together, you own your money. So you're going to have the wallet and the full node. I mean, this is amazing. I'm going to get one. I want one. I mean, at $250 to $300, that's in a normal realm.
Yes.
I mean, my son has a $300 phone. Yes. So, and you guys know me. I hate spending money. I am quite the miser.
That was his Christmas present because, I was like, what? Mm-hmm.
But this is fantastic.
This is in the realm of people can afford that.
And do you know what this is going to do for the Bitcoin network?
Yeah, you know how many people were pissed about the S10?
How many of these phones will be on and just running a Bitcoin node? Thousands. Tens of thousands. If it takes off, hundreds of thousands, right? Like if all of a sudden Bitcoin breaks 20,000, the retailers come in, the average everyday person, the single mother, the homeless person, they're all running to the ATMs trying to get Bitcoin. This phone and things like this will be.
I mean, I think that it was just such a fail for the S10. You know what I mean? I think that everybody really did think that it was going to be like this. And then the fact that it wasn't. And it was just like, but you could make it. You could just, you can make a phone be the way we want it to be. So, more power to them.
So, anything going on over there in the chat, Samantha?
No.
No? Hey, you guys are part of the show. We got to hear what you're thinking. We got to know what you got going on. What are your thoughts on this stuff? Right now, we're talking about the price, right? Because that's everyone's talking about the price. So, hey, why not? Let's talk about it a little bit. It's gone up. It's in our favor. It's fun to talk about it when it's up. I hate talking about it when it's down, right? It's a downer. I'm in it long term. So, all right. So, 7,500. Some exchanges came real close to touching it. Some 7.4 and a little change. Depends on where you're looking. I mean, wow. A lot of people didn't think that we were going to be going this high, right? They didn't think that we were going to be breaking through quite a few barriers here. So the question is now, why? I mean, consensus started today. That's one hell of a consensus.
No, is it tomorrow?
No, it's today the 13th.
No, today's 12th. It is tomorrow.
Today is the 12th. Okay, so it is tomorrow.
It is tomorrow. But it's supposed to pump a couple days in advance and during it. But I mean, who haven't?
don't know. I mean, Data Dash is thinking that this is a short squeeze. I caught his episode this morning.
Yes, he was also apologizing for like being wrong on his.
Yeah,
TA.
saying that he didn't think it was going to break through the $6,000 barrier.
I mean, I see
that there was going to be a lot of selling, a lot of profit taking. Well, see, I mean, my thoughts on the profit taking is that you're not going. All right, if you're here, right, you're in the space long term, true value. So then there's only a few of you guys that are out there that are actually going to be looking to take a lot of profits and stuff. Well, then you're only going to take profits if you're profitable, and you're not looking for $5 or $100. You're looking for thousands and thousands, right? So, I mean, unless you were able to time the market perfectly and pick it up at the very bottom, you're not really super profitable yet. I mean, you could be starting to get there. Maybe that's why we're starting to see some pullback now. I mean, we've seen it holding 7.2 through the night. It was 7.2 when I did the show last night. It was 7.2 when I got up this morning. Apparently, it's down to 7 now. But are we going to see an 18% pullback like our friend suggested in the chat last night? Or are we going to see something crazy like a 30% pullback, and that this was cryptocurrency is unpredictable?
That's why it's so hard. I don't know. Like, TA is a lot more palm reading, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. It is very hard to predict all of the many things that influence the market and the price and the value of things that people want. I mean, it is hard.
So then the next thing you lead into questioning is, all right, well, this pump happened, right? That's inevitable.
Yeah.
Didn't happen from retail, didn't happen from institutions. Like, nothing's changed, right? Nothing changed to make this happen than our standard everyday routines that are happening here in the cryptocurrency space. You know, some banks joined this coin, Bitcoin adopted a little bit, privacy is moving forward, same old, right? So what happened? What caused this? Well, I mean, I'm only Eugene Forrest. You know, I'm not the guy who has all of the Bitcoin answers. I'm the guy who has eyes wide enough open to know that Bitcoin is going to become the #1 currency in the future. I know to hold it long term. I know to acquire this stuff as much as possible. I know to take a little bit of profits when it's right, because that makes the every single day living, you know, better. Yeah. I mean, can't just live in the future only and think that everything's going to be better. You never know. Tomorrow's not guaranteed, right? I could trip on a rock and crack my back and be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. Crazy things happen.
I mean, you never know.
Right.
Yes.
So
yeah. Okay. So, DD says, hey guys, Theta will be starting its Guardian node program in Q3. If you have one of the nodes, you'll earn T-Fuel.
Ooh.
I like thinking.
Everybody likes passive income. It's always just hard to find a passive income that has long-term perspectives, because, you know, getting ROI, that's great, but getting ROI and it's still continuing and starting to make real profits, that's kind of hard here in the cryptocurrency space. I've invested in a lot of stupid, silly things, not much, $50, $100, things like that.
Yes, we don't go big.
It's like I break even if I'm lucky a lot.
Yes, it always seems like we're just like a little too late, because it's always somebody telling us about it or something of that nature, or reading an article. But it's like, oh man, so if we just got in like a week earlier, like we would have, but no, just shy.
Dollar late, minute short.
Yep. All right, Brian Packard says it seems to have a break from Bitcoin and alt. And TD seems like there's been a lot more news about companies investing in blockchain technology. To me, it says there will be an increase in the rate of adoption this year.
I don't know. I mean, I think that I've been hearing quite a bit about companies investing in blockchain for at least 6 months. It's been a growing feature of people talking about.
That's one of the few happy sparkles of the bearness. Yes, it was like, well, you know, I mean, you gotta keep moving on. I think so. I don't know. I'm feeling good about like the future, but then it's also that, you know, that can always be a trick.
I'd be fine, let the price pull back. To me, this goes to show, hey, the bear market is over, the bulls are back, right? This is just the beginning. Like, this is like skiing at the bunny slopes, right?
Right. But everybody's got to do the bunny first.
Right. And then before you know it, we're going to be taking the lift all the way up to the big slopes.
I mean, I do think it's promising that we didn't just fall back down and plummet. And like, I mean, I think we're going to have a new, whatever the heck that line, you know, the thingamajiggy line.
I love your ideals on how you talk about the technical analysis.
See, that's what I'm saying. I hate it. I hate it because it is just like, what's a golden cross, bro? Mm-hmm.
A golden cross.
Yeah, see, I hate it. I hate it.
Just kidding. Tell me if there's anything going on in the chat there and how much longer we have of our 30 minutes so that we can go ahead and start winding down this episode and let these people get out there and go take care of their mothers.
We got 8 minutes.
Got 8 more minutes left?
Yep.
All right.
Orbit's here. He says,
I thought we were
hey, guys.
late.
No, we're good. He says, hey, guys, almost missed you. Oh, the shame. I know.
Well, I'm glad that you guys were all able to make it out here on Mother's Day, that you're taking a little time out of your own busiest schedule. We love getting out here on the weekends. I mean, it is a big part of our life now. We've been doing this for 2 years. I mean, yes, last night was our 600th episode.
I know, crazy.
We're really excited about this. Bitcoin did so much for us, right, Sam? I mean, life has changed. You know, you could be pessimistic, you could be optimistic. In life, we choose to be optimistic. Our lives did take a step in a better direction because of Bitcoin, and we would like to continue taking better steps in our lives. And we think that Bitcoin is going to help us achieve this. But we really think that we also have to give back to the cause that is helping this. Bitcoin has no marketing department, right?
Yep.
I wish somebody would have turned me on to Bitcoin sooner. How about you, Sam?
Oh, yeah. Like, that is, like, the only regret.
So why not us, right? I did go to school for computers. I can run a help desk and all these different things. So why not try to help Bitcoin? I got spare time. I care about this. I'm passionate about the future. I want to partake in the revolution. You know, I didn't start off here. I spent a whole year learning this stuff in the shadows, in the background, trying to figure out cryptocurrency, getting scammed, making all the mistakes that every single novice in this space does. And I want to help people avoid that. So that's why we run the free help desk service. And as Adam Meister says, you got to stay in motion, right? So we have the YouTube so you can tell who I am. Then from there, we went ahead and we added this EDM flyer thing where we create flyers, we get out there, we pass them out to millennials, because you know what? The real generation that's going to be using Bitcoin hasn't even been born yet. And these millennials that are at these electric music festivals that are very receptive to us are going to be the parents of these children. So let's turn them on to Bitcoin, right? Let's start at the base of the tree, work our way up. So as we get out there, we pass out these flyers. We just ask for a little bit of help because, as I keep reiterating, Bitcoin has no marketing department. If we care about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is the rock that is making all of this happen. So we have to all help support it. That's why we run the Tally Fund. That's why we do all of this for not-for-profit. Everything goes back into the channel to help make it happen. So we ask on this Mother's Day that you open up a little bit, since the price of Bitcoin is up. You know, during the bear market, it was kind of hard. I knew no one had anything to give to be able to help make these causes happen. But yeah, you guys were still gracious enough in order to give all of that money that was required to get 2 tickets, because these festivals are not cheap. They usually run almost $300 per ticket.
Yeah, because they're always 2 days. I mean, yes, now EDC, that, I mean,
it's going to be 3 days this year. Yeah.
Which is just, I mean, more money. Awesome.
All right. Is there anything going on in the chat at all that we should be discussing before we go ahead and end out this episode?
Brian Packard says, it's still really difficult to use crypto. Been doing this for a couple years, and I still don't know a good usable mobile wallet to buy things with.
A mobile wallet to buy things with, like at retail? Like to
be
able to
I'm
purchase
assuming,
something?
Yeah.
There is always...
we don't use
we
that.
We don't purchase things at retail from, you know, places. That usually is a problem. Because a lot of merchants don't accept Bitcoin. Bitcoin still is pretty much a good just store of value. Lightning Network is developing, but the fluctuating value of Bitcoin keeps retailers from wanting to accept this stuff because they don't have the overhead.
Yeah.
You know, to cover the costs. If Bitcoin takes a 15% plummet, they don't got a 15% markup on a lot of their products.
Yeah.
So usually you find yourself having to take time on the side, be able to purchase those Amazon gift cards at the discount, things like
The
that.
BitPay stuff. I mean, the stuff where you're taking your Bitcoin
Right.
and making
And
it
using
usable.
a third party to put it onto some sort of a credit card platform and then purchase that way. If we do purchases, like when you guys go ahead and make donations and we purchase our tickets, we were using the Shift card, but now Coinbase has shut that down.
Yep.
So now we're actually just sending it directly to our bank account in fiat.
Yeah.
And using our debit cards in order to
having to go backwards. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yes, I mean there is quite a lot on the Lightning Network, a lot of merchants, but they're very.
I think they're very overpriced because I
yeah.
had looked at possibly getting a T-shirt or things like that just to be able to try out the Lightning Network, and it just seemed like that for USD you could go on, and if you're willing to wait, like that hat, the HODL hat, I got that off of eBay for $7.95. Came from China, took 30 days to get here. Same exact hat. I mean, I seen it in the U.S. for 20, and I seen it, I think, on the Lightning for like 25.
Yeah, so it is already marked up a little. It's like the magazine and the airplanes, you know. Trying to remember what it is, the Flyer Duber, you know, where they have like the horrible like shower head that plays the radio that has the Blu-ray, you know. Yeah. All right, client's here, and he says, why not use the Samurai wallet for the buying stuff? Apparently, we use the Samurai wallet.
The Samurai wallet was what we were suggesting to people.
Yeah, I mean, it has an okay. I remember using it. I still have it on my phone.
You really need to clean up your phone, Samantha.
I do, okay. All right, and that is it.
That's it. All right, you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming out here and joining me this morning. We will be out here tomorrow, right?
Yes.
In the evening, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Should be. So hit the notification bell. You never know. We could end up being out here again tonight if the Bitcoin price changes too much. We randomly do pop out when things are happening in the market. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up button, it's a great way to be able to help out the channel. The other thing you do is share the video to your own personal social media feed. That helps out too because that helps bring in new people. I noticed that our viewer count has started going up just a little bit, and I'm super appreciative of that. If you guys are new around here, we try to do episodes Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right? Friday and Monday, the week ones, are evening shows, and Saturday and Sunday are brunches at 11. We're in Florida, so everything's Eastern Standard Time. We hope you guys go out there and have a great Mother's Day.
Brian Packard just gave us a $10 super chat.
Brian Packard, thank you. We really do appreciate it.
Here. He says good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Zy Flyer. But we are ending this episode. We do appreciate you coming back. Remember, you can watch this on the rewind. Make comments down below. Yes. I read them. I comment back. Hit me up on the free help desk or hit me up on Twitter. All right, you guys. Have a great Mother's Day. Take care of your mom. And remember, keep your BTC safe.
Thank you, guys.
Later.
Bye.